name's Al once again. Every third Wednesday we're right here from 7 to 10. Every other Wednesday the Creative Alliance has their normal meetings at Churchill's. That's 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Come check that out. It's a great way to figure out what's going on, and if you want to get involved, we're always in need of volunteers and new artistic blood that's out there, and we just love recycling it all. If you have any questions, just come see me. If you have any ideas of what you want to do up here, you can do Shakespeare, you can do drama, you can do poetry, you can do songs, you can do a dance. And just, if you think of anything new that I have not listed off, go ahead and field that to me. I'll see what we can do with it. Also, if you have anything that you want to plug, this is always a good place for that. And if you've never done anything in front of people, we pride ourselves in being a great guinea pig audience. We're very open to anything, so please don't be shy. And I hope you all enjoy your evening. I'm going to get things started off here on the banjo.
Great.
Alright, this is a new song. This is a cover by a man named Leon Russell, which goes way back. So forgive me if I'm not perfect. Alright, tell me what you think. Standing on the highway, suitcase in my side. Don't know where I'm going, just thought I'd catch a ride. Many people look my way, others pass me by. In this moment of reflection, I just wonder why. To the thief, I am a bandit. To the mothers, I'm their son. To the preacher, I'm a sinner. Lord, I'm not the only one. To the sad ones, I'm unhappy. To the losers, I'm a fool. To the student, I am the teacher. To the teacher, I'm in school. To the hobos, I'm in prison by everything I own. To the soldier, I'm just someone else who's dying to go home. To the general, sees a number, the politician's tool. To my friends, I'm just an equal in this whirlpool. Magic mirror, if you could only see how I see myself as others please. Magic mirror, if we only could see ourselves as others would. To policemen, I'm suspicious. It's in the way I look. To just another character, fingerprint and book. The senses, I'm grammography, no redeeming grace. To the hooker, I'm a customer without a face. The sellers think I'm merchandise, they help me for a song. The left one thinks I'm right, and the right one thinks I'm wrong. Magic mirror, won't you tell me please? Do I see myself as others see? Magic mirror, if we only could see ourselves as others would. Many people look my way, others pass me by. In my moment of reflection, I just wonder why. Thank you. Got one got one more in here, and then we'll bring on somebody new. Alright, if anyone's familiar with The Big Lebowski, they might be familiar with this song.
Yeah.
What condition my condition was in. I woke up this morning with the sunshine shining in. I found my mind in a brown paper bag within. I tripped on the sky and fell 8 miles high. I thought my mind on a jagged sky. I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition was in. I pushed my soul down a deep dark hole and then I followed it in. I saw myself crawling out as I was crawling in. I got up so tight that I couldn't unwind. I felt so loud, I blew my mind. I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. Black letters on a dead-end sign. Got a foot on the gas and I was on that road and it blew my mind. 8 miles out of Memphis and I got no spare. 8 miles downtown, straight up somewhere. I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition was in.
My book, Remembering Flint, Michigan, available almost anywhere. By the way, my advertising budget is my book's Facebook page. And if you look back at the Remembering Flint, Michigan Facebook page, last month I was interviewed by Tom Sumner on his show on AM 1470 WFNT. It's in 3 segments, which I recorded and put online. You can catch the 3 segments. The link's probably further down. I hate the new formatting of Facebook with the timeline. But if you look further down, you'll see 3 audio links to with my interview. And I was kind of hoping that the new broadside would be out this month, but no, they haven't finished composing the pages yet. So I'll just read some pieces that I wrote for the Writer's Circle, which they meet every Thursday, 7 o'clock over at Churchill's. I won't be there at the mall because there's something else going on. I'll be going to the Genesee County Historical Society, which has a lecture by the author of, featuring the author of a book on Native Beauty, which has just been revised. So I'll be there instead of at the Writer's Circle tomorrow night. So here are some short pieces I wrote for the Writer's Circle. The first one I have is Looking for Space. I hate to be a brat, but I'm a pack rat. So I have a tough time finding space to put more things in at a faster pace. I could get another set of shelves, but at my pace, I need help from elves. But I lack additional horizontal space, so stuff is on the floor I face. I could try to be a flying ace and send the extra stuff up in space. I could get a storage unit, but what do I do if I quickly want it? They say get a bigger house, but what to do with others I joust. I don't want to sound numbing, but I want to keep my plumbing. By the way, as an aside, related to that piece, Yvonne and I collaborated on a project of clearing out my closet. And collected 3 boxes of stuff, and hopefully this weekend I'll just donate the contents of the box over to a nice charitable organization, which I wrote about in my book, which you may have heard of, Carriage Town Ministries, which does marvelous work to those in need of services. Now, the next piece is called sound waves. There are many different sounds, including some which are out of bounds. There are sounds coming out of our mouths, or sounds of odors from elsewhere quite foul. The sounds could come from speakers, cheap, or those with woofers and tweeters. Sometimes they're loud, so you have to close your ears. Or soft, so you need to open your ears. Sounds can come from objects, like the crackling of a falling rotted tree so big, or the sounds of music, whether electric or acoustic. There are voices that sing, and bells that ring, doors that slam, firearms that blam. Now, please turn off that beep. I like to go to sleep. I forget if I did this one before here, but it's a fun piece, so I thought I'd do it again just in case. This is called bong water. What do you call water from a water pipe for smoking? Bong water. What do you call what a giant ape is drinking? Kong water. What do you call what is collected from a large bell on the ground? Gong water. What do you call water from a lengthy tube? Long water. What do you call when a Chinese group gets served? Tong water. What makes music wet? Song water. What do you fill a bell with? Dong water. What do you fill a table tennis ball with? Pong water. Whoops! I filled the glass by mistake. Wrong water. This piece is called personifying something. How do I personify a thing, an inanimate object that doesn't sing? Of course, there are objects that sing, like stereos, radios, TVs, and bells that ding-a-ling. But there are things which do more, like a clock with hands nicely lubed, or lotions for hands so smooth, in case you want to make a move. Doors move too, but open it yourself to go to the loo. There are locks that move up in the zoo, but not with the key for locks that secure cows that move. So I typed these words, my thoughts, on a keyboard which I bought, trying to come up with words that I sought. To finish this piece, the last word is caught. This piece is called What's Your Sign? I'm a Leo. Are the Leos around here named Cleo? Yvonne is an Aquarius. Can't think of a line to carry us. Is something interesting in astronomy? Also interested in astrology, based on constellations in the sky, to help ancient voyagers aim their eyes to the destinations far away, where my thoughts are going astray. This should be about astrology. I just talked about astronomy. This piece is called Patterns. With clothes I wear, I have nothing to gripe. I wear a coat which has stripes. I have a checkered flannel shirt and vest, or plaid shirts, which are the best. I remember watching TV so early, to watch the test patterns so surely. Then the Star Spangled Banner is played, before the station starts its broadcast day. Wallpaper has patterns so varied, with a big selection the store carries. You can't decide what to get, so you paint the wall instead.
Yep.
Now these are the 2 most recent pieces I wrote for Writer's Circle based upon related subject, laughs and smiles. This one's called Miles and Smiles. As I walk the extra mile and laugh in the next mile, although it took a while, as my stuff was in a pile. While I wash myself with dial, there is something I should file. No, not a statement full of guile, just a refuge for Kyle. Cleopatra was queen of the Nile. While a crowd was riled, I was laying on some tile when I was struck by a reflux of bile. Now, the last piece. Laugh with the staff. At the meaning of the staff, I start to laugh. Why do I feel daft? I'm divided in half. As I walk the path, while eating some taff, I endure the wrath as I need a bath. There is quite a gap as I wear my cap, which I fill with dap. I'm insured with hap. So I sit on my lap as I reach for my map. Should I take a nap before I sound like a sap? I hear a tap as I give my rap. I feel a zap. This piece I should wrap. In foil, I'm low in oil. The water I should boil. I'm tired from the toil. From treating the soil, for Mr. Doyle. I expect a coil for her little goyle.
What I'm going to do first was written by Buddy Holly. If you're a youngster, then you may not recognize the name. He was one of the architects of early rock and roll. Died tragically in a plane crash at a very young age. The song is called Raining in My Heart. I feel like this is just a little high. Coming through, Jim. The sun is out, the sky is blue. There's not a cloud to spoil the view, but it's raining, raining in my heart. The weatherman sees clear today. He doesn't know you've gone away, and it's raining, raining in my heart. Oh, misery, misery. What will become of me? I tell my blues they mustn't show, but soon those tears are bound to flow, 'cause it's raining, raining in my heart. Oh, misery, misery. What will become of me? I tell my blues they mustn't show, but soon those tears are bound to flow. It's raining in my heart. Day. The time, it won't be long. I'm going home. Some cold and lonely day. You're gonna ask about me. Down the road I'm going home. A cold and rainy day. Standing at the gate, I'm going home. Some cold and rainy day. She's gonna wanna love me. It'll be too late. I'm going home on a cold and rainy day. Just as sure as the sun comes down in the west, I'm going home. Some cold and rainy day. You're gonna miss your good man, the one who loved you best. I'm going home on a cold and rainy day. There's actually two songs rolled into one, so I guess if we include the next song, that'll be my third song, so if Al wants to come up.
Yeah, I mean, you can play them.
It's up to you.
Yeah, go ahead and play them. I'm not too worried about it.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't play any extended solos or anything. I'm not a lead guitar player, that's for sure. This song's called Engine Number 9. It's an old Roger Miller song. Another name that may not be familiar to you if you haven't played any music out of the 60s and that era. But actually, when he wrote this song back in 1965, I was in the Air Force and I just got married, and the very theme of this song actually happened to me. I've just been married a short time, and you know, you wake up in the morning and you look over the pillow where your sweet darling normally lays, and she's not there. You reach over and touch it, and it's cold. You get up and you walk through the house, and you don't see her anyplace. And you look over in the corner where she keeps this little brown suitcase, and it's not there. So my mother didn't raise any Einsteins, but kind of figured out this didn't look too good. She had got up and left. And we lived about 6 blocks from the train station. And so get up and get dressed and head down to the train station thinking that it might be too late, she might have already left, which she had. It just happened that Roger Miller wrote this song about the same time that this happened to me. Engine number 9, coming down the railroad line. How much further back did she get off? Old brown suitcase that she carried, I look for it everywhere, just ain't here among the rest. And I'm a little upset, yeah, tell me, engine number 9, coming down the railroad line. I know she got on in Baltimore. 110 miles ain't much distance. It sure do make a difference, and I don't think she loves me anymore. Well, I got to wondering what happened here. I thought everything was all right. Most men usually do. And then it dawned on me, oh yeah, we had that little deal the other night. She's gone back home to Mama. Well, we had ourselves a little spat, fussing over this and that. I thought it was really no big deal. I thought that she'd always love me, she'd be there to kiss and hug me. Now I know my dreams have passed, and I'm a little upset. Now tell me, engine number 9, coming down the railroad line. I know she got on in Baltimore. 110 miles ain't much distance, but it sure do make a difference, and I don't think she loves me anymore. I don't think she loves me anymore. What do you think, Al? I don't think she loves me anymore. Unfortunately, she came back, but that's the way it goes. Well, Al and I are going to do one more. It's the old Chuck Berry song called C'est la vie.
Oh, great.
I'm just gonna go unplugged on this.
Stand by those cymbals.
Put this closer, are we okay? Okay, now let's see. I can play it in A, I mean. Let's see. We on pretty good there?
This thing's
So, I can, let's try it in A, see how it sounds. Figure out what that is. I think that sounds close. Okay. this. Just take another second here. There's an actual edit. Okay. That's close enough, right? It's really just 2 chords, Al, so we can't go too long. At any given time, we should be pretty close to one of those chords, huh? It was a teenage wedding, the old folks wished so well. You could see that Pierre, they truly loved the mademoiselle. And now the young Sue and the man from the chapel bell. C'est la vie, say the old folks, it shows you never can tell. They furnished off an apartment with a 2-room robot set. The coolerator with jam, with TV dinners and ginger ale. And when Pierre found work, the little money coming worked out well. C'est la vie, say the old folks, it shows you never can tell. They had a high-five photo, boy, did they let it blast. 700 little records, all blues, rock, rhythm, and jazz. But when the sun went down, the volume went down as well. C'est la vie, say the old folks, it shows that you never can tell. Right now. Cajun flavor, I like that. They bought a souped up candy, a cherry red and 53. They drove to New Orleans to celebrate the anniversary. It was there Pierre was married to the lovely mademoiselle. C'est la vie, say the old folks shows you never can tell. It was a teenage wedding, the old folks wished so well. That Pierre, you truly love the mademoiselle. And now the young Sue and the down man from the chapel bell. Say all this, say old folks and shit, you never can tell. Well, yeah, take this home. So you never can tell. All right,
Give it up for D-Fro.
How you guys doing tonight? Good?
Yeah. Excellent.
I'm a rapper from Owasso, Michigan. I used to live in Flint, but I moved back home recently. Thought I'd come out to Flint. Again, I miss you guys, man. You bring on a good crowd. We can get into this first track. It's called After Tonight. I produced this also. Can I get some hands in the air? Have you? Okay. After tonight, there won't be an ever after. Whatever comes after feels much faster. However, some laughter heals this bastard to the point where he can breathe in rapture. Capture a sense of the love and confidence, plus trust and consequence of lust and politics. I must acknowledge it's this epic college got me tripping in a fit, losing friends like a myth. But I use it as a gift, got more time to write. But after tonight, I might lose the fight against my vision, depending on my intuition. I might be missing pieces of my life ambition. I dismiss it, can't take a break on break. It seems I'm waiting to wait, and dreams are heavy mistakes related to imagination. No infatuation. Think about the problems I'm facing. There's no going back, got my lunch in a sack and I'm ready to pack. Doing shows and tracks is where my home is at. So where your focus at? Where's your focus at? After tonight, there's no more options except rock and shoe boxes where I stock them. But my favorite raps stay locked in my pocket. You ain't got it, no, you ain't got it. It's just itty bitty two shoes, watch him as you lose. Get bruised, skip school, looking like a clue with this in this blue, it don't fit you. You cut your wrist too? Now what's the issue? You need a tissue? How about a fistful? How about a pistol? How about we risk you? How about you found out how much people miss you? Feeling misused, it's true, I knew. But then I grew into a character that no one thought. For a minute was an artist that no one had bought. Until they listened to the words that I taught. Now when I walk, they hush and I talk. After tonight, there's no need for the dawn, cause when I write my songs, I rewrite my wrongs. Making sure this feeling can't last too long. I'm content, believing that my past is gone. After tonight, there's no going back. Got my lunch in a sack and I'm ready to pack. Doing shows and tracks is where my home is at. So where your focus at? Where your focus at? After tonight, there's no more options except rock and shoe boxes where I stock them. But my favorite raps stay locked in my pocket. You ain't got it, nah, you ain't got it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Get into this next one. My new album, From the Cradle to the Grave, it's on iTunes right now also, and I have some copies in the back. Also have some free demos to give out if anyone wants any. Again, I produced this track also. It's a War sample, if anyone's familiar with War. I'm sure you guys are. Has a little bit of a long intro though, so we're just gonna keep it rocking, you know? When I say hip-hop, y'all say music? Hip-hop? Hip-hop? When I say hip-hop, do you guys say music? Hip-hop? Hip-hop? From the time I was little, straight riddled with riddling. I remember feeling adrenaline, imminent spitting and getting in Michigan's veins. Insane with wordplay. By my birthday, I wanted it in the worst way. Like what his verse say, that's how my earth played. Because music influences birth made since the day of conception. It's been destined for me to bless it. The mic is erection. When I step in, I'm just confessing. This ain't a lesson, this ain't a best friend. Although I need one since it begun. I feel I'm gaining more freedom, but I still feel like I'm going through seasons. From winter to cold, I enter the glow. This intimate flow will enter your soul, I mean it. Like cocaine base, people fiend it. Like poor man's face, I need to clean it. First I slowed my pace, but then I seen that the dream fit. Perfect like puzzle in pieces, I must release it. Be a man and leave it. Most of you can't even conceive it. From the cradle to the grave, I'm able to get paid doing what I love doing, man, it's easier to say. Almost left, but it's easier to stay. I almost wept, but it's easier to pray. From the cradle to the grave, I'm able to get paid doing what I love doing, it's easier to say. I wonder that should have never been made. Now I'm here if the memories fade. When I get on instrumentals and I grab my pen and pencil, I'm in a mental state that most people can't relate. Concentrate and create, contemplate your escape. Confidence elevates, consciousness meditates. Have I touched heaven's gates? Was it something made of fate? Competence on my plate, common sense isn't great. But kindness run economy, so we all race. Common communist, kamikaze with conglomerate government body. Holding a shot, he probably killing off kids. Like if this one dies, then this other one might live. This world is a cold stone, home alone homes. I make my own throne, so when I'm grown with old bones, I can look past that. I can look past rap. I can find something in life worth more than cash tax or NASDAQ or a dance track. With hands clap, I'd rather have a fan that knows who I am. From the cradle to the grave, I'm able to get paid doing what I love doing, man. It's easier to say. I want from the cradle to the grave, I'm able to get paid doing what I love doing. It's easier to say. I wonder that should have never been made. And now I'm here if the memories fade. I woke up with a new incentive to be inventive with rhyme flow. Cause time goes out the window, and in the end, my pen scribble's my only friend. And I'ma hold it in. Riddles and poems spin out of control again. Focus bits and quotes begin to grow and send the dopest kids to older men. When I'm low, it tends to know. It ends my hope for greater growth and trends. But in the end, all I got is this. So all I want is this. Like F politics, I need knowledge, kid. Beat in the game till they abolish promise it, then they acknowledge it until they polish it. I got notebooks of full pages crossed off. Like a Molotov, I'm setting it off, wetting the soft, regretting the flaws. It's gonna cost, boss. I make jaws fall, and then I toss them, cradle to the grave. I'm able to get paid doing what I love doing. It's easier to say, I wanna bet, should've never been. It's wet, but it's easier to say. From the cradle to the grave, I'm able to get paid doing what I love doing. It's easier to say, I wanna bet, should've never been made. Now I'm here if the memories fade. Thank you guys. Again, my name's D-Fro from Owasso, Michigan.
And basically it's a poem about invention. Kind of had the idea of how dreams became reality through the invention of the camera, motion picture.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a little bit about that. The poem's called The Data Round Every Atom Mentioned.
Wow.
Dreams. So let's see how this works. Again, just hot off the presses. And this is why I'm doing it, is that I can now hear how it's going to sound, and I can go back and re-edit. You'll hear the final one on May 5th.
We're your guinea pigs.
You're my guinea pigs. Sleep perchance to dream, or dream of another reality. The soft petals tiptoe and spiral out of control through this hole in my mind. The soft petals spin and twist and cause my hurt to miss, cause my wrist to heal from the past mistakes. And I science self, take the potions from the shelf and mix up my biology. I become more myth as I grind my bones with the moon and bits of astronomy. The flowers billow in the clouds, and still I wonder how they look so full and peaceful. The flowers burst out the colors, gradually become the collectors of our desires, gently take in the fires of youthful symmetry. On both sides, I carefully sleep. Though I am no longer tired, I am newly inspired to find a bit more of me. These petals work as hands to reach, as I search with bluish deep, passing by the last of sleep. I invent the possibility of flight to garner a brand new sight high above my surface and create these wings of hope so that love and dreams could elope, that I might be reborn on the surface of metamorphosis. The soft petals tiptoe and spiral out of control through this hole in my mind. The soft petals spin and twist and cause my hurt to miss, cause my wrist to heal from the past mistakes I can't seem to conceal anymore. And so these flowers begin to unfold, to break from the stem's mold, and with bright tales told, twist these dreams into bouquet, telling this night what my sight might say. The flower continues to dance. In this trance, I dream of dreams to stay. And so I dream of someplace far, further than the star I loved while I lived in reality. And wish experiments into being, because dreams are what I hope to be seeing when I build a new eye for seeing. With this mechanical sight, I hope to penetrate the night and bring to life the flowers in my psyche. I hope to bring to light what dreams of dreaming might unwind into God's own glory. Move on our nature. Move on our nature. Pretty close. A little bit of fudging around with that one, but it'll be there. And then, if you guys come on May 5th, you'll hear how I ruined it. I tried to re-edit it. Overwork? Right, I'll overwork it. But, damn. All right, so, does anybody know what Saturday is?
The 20th.
I do. A weekday.
What is it?
Record store day.
It is Record Store Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
Record store day.
So, Records are what spawned me writing. It wasn't really poetry, it was the lyrics I heard on those vinyl records going round and round when I was little.
The little pieces of plastic we use for plates.
Yeah, the big giant CDs that are now Frisbees. So this is dedicated to Record Store Day. I write a lot of pieces based around music, and this one was kind of fun to do. I'm also a big fan of the fictional poetry, which means creating a character, using that to express the poem. So this is called 33 1/3 revolutions per minute, and it is about a girl that doesn't fit in, but finds her solace in music. The nitrate pulls the proteins from the dull edge of a skull. A circle of pain, a spiral of a weaker vein, vanity moment, rain in the speaker, tie-dyeing in muffled, shuffled Sheffield streets. Weak world walking day by day, a bride to her pride, devoted to divorce the dope, disappears with the sneers of her common folk. She can't cope with all the rock stars in space. Only when she graves her face into her pillowcase, she seems dead to the world. To a genesis fashionably formed by the ordinary, a canary no longer making sounds in her cold mind. As the sound of the needle in the background rubs against the back of the record, her Decca was her Mecca. But worship time just punched out, the hole in the middle of her being filled with the spinal fluid of God. When the needle hits the groove, her life begins anew. Yeah.
You don't happen to have Mr. Bird's fantastic dune ride?
I do not have Mr. Bird's fantastic dune ride. I just emailed me beforehand.
Yeah, no, I didn't think
Mr.
about it.
Bird's.
Because we got the order, we got
You do
the
have
drum
it.
set, you know.
You could have done the whole thing.
I think I remember that Wired Records is the local participant in Record Store Day.
They're not actually. They closed down this year.
Oh,
They're no longer in existence.
so
Wide Earth Records closed their doors
Strictly
Where's your record
on
store at?
February of this year.
They still do online stuff.
They do online stuff, right?
Where's the record store at then?
When I go to Lansing, Flat Black and
Flint,
Circular.
no? There's one in Flint?
Oh, I'd go there anyways. It's one of the greatest record stores in Michigan. Flat Black, Circular, and Lansing.
Flanders Records.
Jelly beans?
Flanders isn't a participant in it.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Oh.
There's UHF
Jelly
and
beans
Royal
says
Oak.
record store.
UHF and Royal Oaks, another big one. Record store day.
Yeah, everybody's got a cold.
No, that's
I don't, I'm staying away from you
That's
guys,
like
you're
the
making me nervous.
worst miracle.
Yeah.
So,
So I didn't wake up on stage.
So again, come visit myself and other writers at the Flint Public Library. You'll be able to pick up 36 Chambers of the Taoist. Or you can always go to Amazon.com and type in Glen Birdsall or 36 Chambers of the Taoist or awesome cool poetry book.
That might bring it up.
that would be Q's book actually. It would normally say after like reading Q's book and the review, it would say people that bought this book might buy this book. That would be mine.
No.
So this is called Racial Free URL, and this is about not following the crowd. And speaking of not following the crowd, this goes out to a lot of people that take a lot of bashing that I don't think deserve it. And I think that just by the symbol of what they're doing, it's important. This is for the Occupy movement in Flint. Racial Free URL. This goes out to all the listeners, to the broken fixers, to the you, the I, and the everybody. Because these words cannot be stopped. I will no longer allow myself to be a coward, to be caged, shackled, or towered. My voice cannot be killed. It cannot be captured. I am the here, I am the now. I am the Shaolin, the sit-in, Charlie Chaplin, I am Martin Luther and the King Jr. I am Slam, Glam, I am the David Bowie. The 7 dirty words you can't say on radio or TV. I'm Krushenski, I'm Joe Barish, I'm the temple and the parish. I am the Buddha. I have been assassinated and I am the shooter. I'm the forest, the sea, I'm the majesty of all these words that transverse this you and I universe. Because once all ideas, thoughts, and words leave my lips, they eclipse the sun. Stronger than a poison bullet gun. I am not number 1, 2, or 3. I'm the them, the you, and the me. To leave you choking on your octothorping, for this new morning we begin to solve why I got to claw just to love. Why I got to love just to breathe. Why I got to come before I leave. Why you own all and won't share the ball of wax in the stacks of equality that is unshareable, because it's unbearable to think I am not you and you are not me in this unequal equality. Society's got me down and angry, and I don't know what to do. Do you? Are you as confused as I am? Why love is not the center of all things? Doing, being, existing, persisting, insisting that I can fix it all? Is it possible? Is it worth it? Our motor malaise is sending us down the wrong road. We believe what we believe. And we do this knowing it is all wrong. Stop this fucking madness. Stop it right now. Turn it to the right way. And drive yourself into the consciousness of each other. Make sure you will never carry yourself how you think, act, and feel right now, because change is forever, and you will not escape it. You can only accept it. Everyone else that holds the now will surely suffer in their mind, in their heart, from the end to the start. So here I lay out words to coax you out of hoax, and use words sharper than swords, mightier than daggers, because I am not afraid to be Caesar's Brutus or Christ's Judas. I would surely kill any king for us all to be more equal. More you, me, and I, less them, those that merely share the sky. Pick up, lift up yourself. Pick up, lift up, words as weapons, right now, right here, in Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I do one more?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Cool. I've never heard the whole crowd be like, no!
Sit down.
That would have been pretty cool. And I would have generously laughed, crying probably.
Fistful of tears.
Very, very much so. Okay. I love to do covers. Usually I'll read lyrics up here as a poem, or sometimes other poems. Today I'm going to do something a little strange. It's I'm going to read a Herman Hesse poem mashed up with a Ryan Bellows poem.
Yeah.
Wow.
Believe it or not. The Ryan Bellows poem was printed in a book that I made long ago called Voices, which also be sold
Was it the
at
original?
the Flint Public Library.
Is that the very original?
Yeah, this is when the Creative Alliance started making Voices, they started with number 1. But I had made this like a year before that, which is also a Creative Alliance book. So we call this now Voices
0.
number 0. So Herman Hesse wrote A Swarm of Gnats, and Ryan Bellows wrote Clusterflies. So here we go. Clusterflies and A Swarm of Gnats. Many thousand glittering motes crowd forward greedily together in trembling circles, extravagantly carousing away. For a whole hour, rapidly vanishing, they rave, delirious, a shrill whir, shivering with joy against death. One day, returning home from jazz appreciation, I was standing near my backyard patio, preparing to play guitar. My attention was drawn to the cluster flies, swirling just above my head. patterns of irrelevance, constructions by movements of the wind. The collective whole that makes them clusterflies are like pieces of an organic school of insects swimming through the current of the evening air. The whole kingdoms sunk into ruin, whose thrones, heavy with gold, instantly scattered into night and legend, without leaving a trace, have never known of so fierce a dancing, like schools of fish under the surface of the ocean.
All right, one more time, give it up for Glen Birdsall. Yes, indeed. All right, we're gonna bring Aisha up here.
I have two poems. The first one I'm gonna do, I did a couple Collab Nites ago. I'm trying to get in the habit of like reading on this stuff, kind of. So this first one's called Warning Shots. Warning shots go off like car alarms as regret lines crevices that lack relevance, falling victim to the words never said. Another day of tested tolerance. I once crossed my fingers for good measure as I tossed coins into moving fountains, wished upon ladybugs on a setting sun as I held them in my hands. But nothing was more powerful than your sacrificial drowning in today's liquor store special. I soon realized you were no longer the man I loved, but a formless entity of his previous existence, cultured from empty bottles left in your own darkness. So at night I fall asleep to the sounds of a city that has yet to lay its mind to rest. Hoping I can wake up to his aftermath upon my lips, I naively attempt to lie to myself by imagining some nonsense coated with hypocrisy. Bottles break through these silent footsteps as hope suffocates in yesterday's buzz and tomorrow's anticipated intoxication. So every morning, I wake to face the music of my reality. Wishing I could cover the evidence from dusk to dawn, I cry my sorrows into the stitches of my pillowcase and upon the rim of my voice box. You once said in too few words that the proof was never strong enough. Questioning your actions, my concern is not aesthetically pleasing. Nor is it convenient on days I wish I could disguise it better. Through the floorboards, forgiveness speaks. But it's difficult to hear the muffled cries when warning shots go up like car alarms in a city that never sleeps. Thank you. Okay, this second one I wrote a couple weeks ago. Finalized like a week ago. So, let's see how this goes. We held our breath, closed our eyes, clenched our wrists, and told our bodies it would be okay. But we lied. On all days that started with the sunrise, it was easier that way, or so we were told. Truth never survived our footsteps, as ashes grow roots in our past and is left to decipher the untold stories of our ancestors. Afraid to listen, we ignore their cries. Place apologies over their lips and whisper good intentions into their ears, believing one day we too become unsung heroes. But we lied. Silence rarely conquers evil, and love is hard to come by, so we made do with little white lies and broken promises. Wishing we can hold time in our hands, we send prayers up for the fallen and utter words of encouragement to the innocent. But that never works. The pain never goes away, and broken hearts follow bruised knees. So we look fear in the eyes, watch reality get injected into our veins, waiting to be paralyzed by our own circumstances. Believing mercy is the only rule. That fight is a foreign language and courage never existed. So we held our breath, closed our eyes, clenched our wrists, and told our bodies it would be okay. But we lied. Thank you.
Please give it up for Mr. Harris. All right, I'm going to take a quick moment to ask anyone if they have any announcements or anything that want to go on. We've been talking about voices. If anyone has any events coming up within the next month before we have another one of these.
What about the local show?
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
I'm probably
Come on.
How's everybody feeling?
Yeah.
Woo! Don't give
get me started. How's everybody feeling?
Awesome!
I got a bunch of people in here. How's
You want me to
everybody
put
feeling?
this on that other one too? You want me to put it on the video?
You had a line.
Yeah, and I'll put you on the video.
What was it?
Swords and daggers.
Anyway. Okay. I got a piece for you. You also inspired that poem, so read it out. Swords and daggers. I'm tired of cats telling me how poetry is supposed to be. In this game, poetry is me. You see, we learn the game the same way a child learns the name game. It was something simple like quitting for venting, banana fender for venting, B5 for venting, but no, sequencing is no more. Sequencing no longer exists. Yeah. See, he is the simplest sentence, stripped and ripped into 17 pieces. Can't finish my poetic puzzle because I've lost 17 pieces. They say pi is 3.14. But I'm kind of hungry. I need 17 more pieces. So piece this together forever when I do this beside. See, there are clouds of energy leave and reside within me. So pin me to my pad of poetry, patent pending. Send me subliminal messages on the sea of his story. See, Coffee Street was sweet, and on the sea of his story, see, Coffee Street was sweet, but Mariella's was harder. And in the long run, it'll take you farther than any street sweet underneath my feet. And although you packing heat, all I need is my katana, from which ink flows and liquid rain to pain, which has been my claim to fame. See, these other poetry cats are striving to see me in 3D like this. Excuse me. See, these other poetry cats are striving to see me in 3D as if there was a poetic picture of me standing over their enemies. This is my prologue. Cats waiting to see the end of me. The inner me outwardly begins to be a lyrical anomaly. Warriors of dynasty, dynamically writing enemies. Cats are striving to see me in 3D as if there was a poetic picture of me standing over their enemies. This is my prologue. Cats waiting to see the end of me. The inner me outwardly begins to be a lyrical anomaly. Warriors of dynasty, dynamically granting amnesty to the dynamic city of synergy, synthetic energy. And yet my people still settle for separate and unequal. My story is told. Do I need to write a sequel? Because if so, I'm gonna need a new pen. Because our pen is the hammer we use to create words sharper than any two-edged sword. And with every piece, this army grows bigger. Each paragraph is a battalion that ballistically engages our enemy, while every sentence is a foot soldier who rips to shreds those who want to censor our creativity.
Yeah.
So we create battlefields, vivid lyrical battlefields of dreams and broken foes. Like the domino effect. Pieces written in black and white fall like black and white pieces because they play chess with checkers, leaving room for two knights of the pen like me to write great lyrical strategies, Alexander's even. And when the battle is over, we leave those in our wake wanting more. See, we are here to bring Camelot back to glory. Bloody, gory stories of battles past only last as fast as battles that passed us by, so we rely on rooks and pawns to spawn a new breed of soldier. Equip them with guns, ammo, a Range Rover, and they can take over the night as they fight for a cause not worth fighting for. So I need an atlas to map out these strategies. We've neglected to count the death toll and accidental casualties, not to mention the POWs, MIAs, and KIAs.
Yeah.
The poets and the prisoners of war missing or killed in action. Nevertheless, they're missing in action now, trying to hold on, but steadily losing traction. And what's your reaction? Time is slipping. Quick, but not quick enough, so call it lemon lime. There's no place for the hesitation on this fireman, so I need you to resign to the munitions closets, to reload your loaded mouth with metaphorical swords and shields, shooting arrows at empty fields in enemy territory. What was the name of the first piece you did?
Morning shots.
Morning Shots. Remind me of this poem, so I'm gonna do it. But there was a lot of references to Flint in that poem, weren't there? It's like your city, your home, the place you're coming from, the streets you live on.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Life, living places.
Exactly. The streets of my city sing a song to serenade the victims of lost loved ones with sirens in the background and strobe lights to bathe the block in red, white, and blue light. It's a sad, sad world and it's only getting meaner. The streets of our city could use a redeemer to draw them back to their former glory like a well-crafted work, perfected by a skilled artist. Each brushstroke is a pulse in my veins. Each color is a passion untamed, a story unnamed, a man unslain. That's One less body that was destroyed by a lad. That's one less good man for a kid to call dad. It's a sight for sore eyes who grow tired of the news of another 21 gun salutes for the fallen soldiers and the ghetto heroes, the homeless man in the stairwell, and the dreams we wish farewell and Godspeed. See, as a people, we refuse to bleed for you. Because to lose a life in this city is only adding to the concoction of melodies from mother's morning suns. And the same wine line sprayed from the divine as another morning sun anoints another barren mother, the mother of another son. It's a new day, giving life to a new way of giving life back to the living. See, the dead are gone.
Yeah.
And the streets won't bring them back. Can you believe that? Can you believe that that is all there is? Because that fact is something I just can't see. So for those of you who understand, will you please explain it to me? Because Flint is more than just a city. It's a lifestyle and a way of thinking that we've been bred through, for the rest of the world bled through. And where were you when common sense lost its hold on the real world? Because to use an old cliche, common sense ain't so common today. Because if it was then common, we need to be common, he'd probably be Kanye. And the throne they told us to watch would have been his own. And Drake would have had to resort to writing acrostic poems, and he might have lived twice. That uncommon Kanye and have literally ended his life. See, life isn't to be taken for granted, though it was granted to us for free. See, when life is on the table, death comes to collect its fee, and that's just the norm for those of us who want to weather its storm. See, Cornel West said it best when he said this: Flint was like New Orleans without the hurricane. So I want you to imagine the same thing that happened in the lower ninth ward in your own backyard. Bloods of people who've lost all hope for themselves, being inextricably interwoven with the fabric that is tearing from within. Women and children being attacked by a beast formerly known as men. But to be a man doesn't mean that you command or demand anything at any time.
Rewind.
But to be a man doesn't mean that you command or demand anything at any time. It means that you preside over your own lives in such a way that you don't have to portray yourself as something other than you are. It means that you are the foundation to solidify those around you and the luminary that enhances your wife's inner star. It's not who you are, but what you choose to be. Yeah. And to see the differences in your history and your future's mystery is to see the delicacy in cause and effect. See, brothers, the words love, honor, and cherish should come with no regrets and no part-time clauses for a full-time job. Especially when those clauses will rob you of the happiness which gave birth to your marriage in the first place. And the time you take off work is when your girl's feeling the most hurt. And if you want to undo the damage you've done by putting your relationship on the line, well, you've got to put in overtime, like FEMA should have done in rebuilding after Katrina. Damn!
Okay, so I'm about to do something that I really don't do in public very much, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's set is here and it's beautiful.
Is this at Playable Camp?
Yes. So we're gonna see what happens when you return to a drum set after like 9 years. Pray for me.
9 years, huh?
It's like serious playing. I haven't played freaking ever. Like I left it alone, but I'm loving this thing, so we're gonna try it out. Uh-oh. It might be kind of loud. Please hold it down.
Was it break? Hi.
I didn't do that either.
I rap, try to figure out getting instrumentals, but haven't done that yet.
Holla.
I threw a random thing together like right before we came here.
Go ahead.
Not random like last month. This actually makes sense. Alright, so it's like a halfway song. Practically stops right in the middle. Alright, it goes, why is the world so cold? All this gang shit is getting old. Someone else dies every day and another person cries every day and the kid lies just to get away. It was a colorful world, but look around, now it's gray and parents hesitant to let their kids go out to play. Nowadays you can walk down the street and have your life taken away, and at night few people pray. But it's not because they don't know what to say, they say they don't believe. But I think they're just afraid. It's a dark world, it's become what we made of it, and most people these days are all full of shit. Now it's like, if you look at someone stupid, you're lucky if you just get hit. And music's going to hell, I see how I tell how I see. And people will judge you just for what they see. And you think, there's a million more people just like me. I get judged for how I dress, how I talk, because I'm fat, or the color of my skin. Like, I guess because I'm white, there's no way I can win. People say, you ain't from the hood. Well, I think, who said every rapper should? It shouldn't matter who you are, where you're from, or what you do. It should be your skills that define you. I'm here spitting, I'm gonna do what I do. Now I do it for me, but someday I'll do it for you. Now I do it for you. And man, I'm tired of all these fake rappers that ain't got no skill. When there's people out there who want it so bad they're willing to kill, who are so dedicated they don't even think about popping the pill. You keep it real and aren't afraid to rap about how they feel. Not rapping about killing or what they can steal. Rap is a dying art and y'all killing it. We need more people like me feeling it. When I rap, I try to have you feeling it. And sometimes the only way you get respect is by stealing it. We shouldn't be killing rap, we should be healing it.
All right, give it up for Matt D.
I'm Matt. I was raised in Flint, and I'm back. I've been out of town for a little while. And the first thing I thought when I got back was they should have closed Powers and not Central. But no, okay. This is something. It's just one little piece I wrote. It says, "The world's a big place, and so is my head. I'd say there's room for multiple occupants, but I'd rather be alone. I've often said. There's much to be seen in a world full of people. I've seen fire and brimstone smoldering under a church steeple. I've seen lots of little children playing little killers, and Hollywood masturbations with little Ben Stillers. I've seen sex hounds and sadists, Christians and homos, cowards and cretins, wannabes and carefree hobos. I've seen families hold together and marriages fall apart, people who claim to keep values and then fail from the start. I'm one of those people who got himself jailed. So for the rest of my life, I guess it'll look like I failed. There's always been judges, witnesses, and victims. I think children become people when they start to show these symptoms. It seems a world full of people is all we'll ever know. Some of the signs in this society make me think it's all about to blow. And if that's what happens, it'll be because people don't want to change. And that's the thing about people that I find the most strange."
Yeah.
Okay. It's a dizzying reality. They've regressed to banality, failure and apology, destitution and apathy. It's a severe kind of loser who cruises his own existence, a hallmark to error, evolution's own past tense. A cowardly lion, a loose end with no tie-in. Who is this one to judge? Someone inept, unable to settle a grudge. What becomes of someone unable to get living out of life? I'm sorry, they say. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, for what they may not be sure, but they're unable to recognize a cure. Call it an apology sickness, not even a tragedy. Call it unworthy blankness. And for that, they'll apologize for just taking up space. They think they're human sponges soaking in the waste. But what we take for granted, they may be something to fear. We often make confidence at their expense, year after year. In the absence of pity, hate can bloom into a contender. They tend to always be watching and choose to remember. In days without courage, this breed learns to live in the mud, waiting for the day we won't see them coming for blood.
Yeah.
And I wrote this as someone who told me I was too white to write a slam piece, okay? And so I wrote a white slam piece, all right? And it kind of goes like this. It goes, haze, 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 haze. Fuck, I can't see. I'm an animal that thinks there's a beast in me. Shit, I'm something that doesn't feel free. Haze, 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 haze. I'm a person who thinks he's a beast. I've got a mushy computer who isn't sure what that means in the least. I think I'm here to feast. Haze, 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 haze. They gave me a new name. I'm weird, wired, worried, warped, and whimsical, wondering when will the watchers wage war with we, wholehearted, wide-eyed, and wicked wheels. We, ourselves, and our waves. Haze, 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 haze. Emotions attack, these chains that are breaking my back. I don't want to reform anymore, cut me some fucking slack. I'm not a special feature, I hate too much for that. I don't want to be a man, I've got nowhere to put this feeling, and no one to make contact with when I'm in my haze. There's a heart in this body that just keeps beating. It doesn't do it because it's paid to. My training says I need to make children, and so do my balls.
All right, give it up one more time for Matt D. Next. All right, give it up for Tommy. He's gonna do some.
How y'all doing, good beans? Man. Some hard acts to follow. Shit. Damn. Not too talented up in here. Hopefully I can have a good set this time. I never had a really good set up in here, so hopefully I can have one today. Shit. Okay. Yesterday, I seen a guy got his car. He had a car accident, and he got out of his car and ran. Obviously, he didn't have a car insurance, right? But 5 minutes later, he met the son in the car, so he ran back, and he picked up his son, and he took off like the damn Heisman. It was crazy. And then, then y'all watch videos. Anybody watch videos in this motherfucker?
Yeah, videos.
I hate when rappers, they always brag about what they buy on videos, but they never use exact estimates or exact pricing. They be like, I spent 100,000 racks. Like, what the hell is that? I know they damn accountants feel so sorry, to do their damn finances. Like, what is 100 racks last tax season, I thought it was funny as shit. Okay. Anybody in here remember elementary school lunches?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, those shit was so nasty, but those things was nasty, but if you was hungry, it tasted the best in the damn world. Even Wolfgang Puck couldn't beat them damn lunches. I remember the pizza, it came in a white box, black letters, gray meatballs, half melted cheese. It was hot, but the cheese was half melted. I wonder what the hell kind of cheese was that? It's terrible, because how you gonna have a hot pizza? Get this, y'all. Imagine, close your eyes, a hot pizza, but the cheese not melted? Damn!
Sounds like Hot Pocket.
Sound like, I don't know what, Nerf? Shit, what the fuck? Yeah, but if you was hungry, it tasted so damn good, but you had to be hungry. That's one of those hungry lunches, Because, you was hungry, you would eat that, and I used to keep my lunch card like it was a damn lottery ticket. Because if you ain't sure, you wouldn't eat. So I kept mine like it was $1 million. Yeah. $1 million fucking dollars. You're damn right. I guess there's nobody, too many public school lunches in here, huh? Just me? Goddamn. Okay. I must all went to Catholic school. I don't know. Okay.
Homeschool.
Yeah, homeschool or something. Shit.
Thanks, Mom.
What if I was thinking like, those songs, how people sing Christmas songs during Christmas time? Or, like the Motown's greatest hits. Like, what if Arnold Schwarzenegger's song Motown's greatest hits? Could y'all imagine that shit?
Yes.
Whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. Or, my girl, talking about my girl. Damn it, y'all like that? Woo! It's a tough crowd. Shit.
We want to know which girl, though, man.
Oh, shut up. Oh, Okay. God damn it. Okay, y'all should like this one. What about Cookie Monster doing the PSA announcement for sexual transmitted diseases? Y'all like this one. I hope so. Shit. My name is Cookie Monster, and I went down on a prostitute on North Saginaw Street. I ate a cookie. It was a bad cookie, and now I have AIDS of the mouth and stomach. Now I have to eat. Now I have to eat a Valtrex cookie every day at 7 o'clock. Okay, well I have fun. Thank y'all. Shit.
That's what the video.
It is surely open mic right now. I'm going to declare that if anyone has anything they wish to share. Is D-Fro?
Sir, appreciate it.
There you go, what's your name?
Juanito.
Alright, give it up for Juanito.
Yeah.
Did you want to be in the video?
Yes, I'm tall enough to be a comedian. There's no fucking height requirement. If there is, do I look like a type that gives a shit? Probably not. I was saying, man, if you're constipated, hang around annoying people. You know why? Just annoy the shit out of you. Oh, now I fucking did it. Okay, breaking company money.
What'd you say?
Those, Alright, there we go. Got the dough, here we go. I know somebody got some fucking weed out in this crowd. So somebody, everybody went, oh, this motherfucker's an undercover DEA agent. That's why everybody went quiet. It's like, this guy's way too obvious. Alright, so anyways, I'm 31. I'm Filipino, Scottish.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I'm the only white dude in the crowd. Thanks. Okay, yeah. I didn't know I was Filipino until I was like 27. Because, let me explain. Everybody just calm down. Everybody's getting paranoid. Why is everybody staring at me? Why am I even up here? How did I get up here? Why? These lights are way too bright. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. You're the one that has the weed. Anyways, okay, all joking aside, Jesus loves us all, you know, I happen to believe in a tall, you know, long-haired, hippie-looking Jew that looks like he smoked more weed than Cheech and Chong. Hey, that's me, you do you, I do me. We're all happy, I guess, or miserable, whatever. Yeah, I didn't know I was Filipino until I was 27 because everybody else was fucking tanning, and I wasn't. Like, why is everybody else tanning? And, oh yeah. You know, so anyway, yeah, so I reside in lovely Perry, Michigan, 97% white community. There's more blacks and Arabs and Mexican put together than Asians. I don't know, don't get mad at me, this is what the fucking census said. That chick looks like she's really mad. You're pregnant, are you? And you're like, how is this motherfucker gonna afford my kid? That's what you're thinking, right? You're laughing because it's whatever, it's your business, I don't care. I'm the type of dude I like to do my own business. There's a lot of people, man, they just want to get in other people's business and shit, you know what I'm saying?
People suck.
It's like, have you ever been in an argument with somebody and somebody just comes strolling by and want to just put their 2 cents in? It's like pulling a dog by the ears, you're gonna get fucking bit. Mind your own business, keep walking, unless a woman's getting beat by her fucking boyfriend that just got out of jail. You know, I mean, help the dude out, man, come on. I thought Flint was poor. My whole perception, see, I'm gonna do a little bit of poetry here. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's not what you think, it's how you think it. It's not what you believe, it's how you believe it. It's not what you hear, it's how you hear it. It's not what you think, it's how you think it. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you. Where the fuck is my check? Been doing this shit for free for fucking too long, man. I need to eat, man. Motherfucker needs to eat. So, holy shit, is that right?
Yeah, you gotta sign the thing down there too.
If you want to know what this is, besides my insecure fucking marks, you know, get bored, you know, in an all-white community, on other girls give me any play. Let me tell you something, man. Unless you are tall, white, driving a rusty truck around, with flow masters, everybody want to rev their shit up, man, at the stoplight. You get no play in Perry, man. Believe that, right? Believe that. And if you do get some play, why are you laughing, Tom? Why not? What's so funny? If you do get to play, you better fucking run for the border, man, because that, let me tell you something. You wanna know the craziest chicks? It's not the black chicks. It's not the Filipino chicks. It's not the Mexican chicks. It's the Indians. The fucking Indian chicks are crazy. And they will scalp your ass in more ways than one. Verbally, minigun text your ass at 8 in the fucking morning. Holy crap. Now, I'm like, I'm not even that big. What are you making a big deal about? I mean, you know what she's meant? She didn't orgasm, so she's pissed off. She's like, I didn't orgasm, motherfucker. I'm gonna scalp your ass. I'm like, oh fuck, man, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just, that's just a genetic code. It's a genetic code, man. So you can't blame me. Just hate God or something. You know, God's a troll. It's just a fucking troll, man. Anyways, back to Flint. You can light that anytime you want me off of here. See this big fucking green ball right in front of me right now. Flint is not fucking poor. It's not fucking. Listen, I apologize for all there's some church people out here or whatever your religion is. I don't give a shit. You know, I can't help it. I'm an American and I have rights. Alright, damn it? I will literally raise Johnny Cochran from the dead if somebody has a problem with this. Or they just defend me because I'm defenseless. Look at me, I'm like 5'1". I can't defend myself, you know? All I got is this. This is all I have. You know, this is all I have. But Flint is not poor. Alright, do I have to stick? Alright, hold on. I'm a stand-up comedian here and y'all talking while I'm trying to do my stand-up. I'm gonna stick this dude's nose in the corner because I'm taller than him. So I'm gonna start picking on him. Yeah? Like,
You want to pick on this dude?
Step aside, short guy, tall person coming through. Yeah, you know how you doing, baby? Yeah. Are you Asian? You're Asian, aren't you? Yeah. You're that dumbass Juanita Webb, aren't you? Your dick's small, isn't it? Oh, I'm white and you're Asian. Did you like that, lady? Did you like that? Where's he going? Man, I tell you what, I'll kill somebody 5 times before they hit the ground with chopsticks and my broadsword, because I'm Filipino Scottish. Don't fucking me, and I'll do it while we're gonna kill. What the fuck, Jonathan Davis? Come at me, bro. Come at me. I don't know nothing. Y'all need a joint. Y'all need a joint. So, alright, but I just want to say one thing. Why is the White House called the White House when there's a black dude as the president? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, it should call it the Black House with, you know, damn Obama would be having some fucking graffiti in there and stuff. Even though, I don't know, I think he's been euthanized by white people, man. I mean, he's too white. I don't think he is black. He's like as tall as Davis, man. Is that your uncle or something? Dude, don't even answer that. Don't even answer that. You're gonna cause a riot. You're gonna cause a riot, dude. You know what I say? We just all go out and just start tipping cars over and setting shit on fire, and who gives a fuck, man? I mean, the world's at an end. We're all screwed. We're all screwed, man. Y'all are screwed because I'm better looking though than everybody else here. You know, only God's gonna let me into heaven. So like, good job, Juanito. Good job. And then he's like, wait a minute. Weren't you? What is this place called?
Good beans.
The Beans?
Good beans.
Good Beans. Great. You're gonna have to change that to Good Big Bees now. Because everybody's so sensitive, you know? It was Beaners, you know why? Because it's fucking goddamn coffee. It has nothing, I mean, the Mexicans make up, but it's coffee. Stop being, and they changed their whole fucking name to Big Bees. Come on, let's not be so, what, get off the stage? Or keep it coming?
Wrap it up, man.
Wrap it up?
Yeah.
Am I that horrible?
No, you just take it wrong.
Oh, alright, I'm sorry, my bad. My bad. Alright, I apologize. Here's my corny goodbye, thank you, peace, everybody. Now everybody's laughing and cheering because I'm getting off stage. Alright, I see how it is.
You're taking a hole, dude.
I don't even need
You better
this.
jump out of it.
I don't even need this, man. It's just all trolling. Y'all just trolling me, man. I'm just kidding. Alright, my name's Juanito Webb. Nice meeting you all. Hope you all have a good evening. See you later.
Collab Nite.
Yes.
Yes.
So, what I want to see is a little collaboration. I need y'all to help me out because I'm going to recite to you some of my unfinished works. And I need some real opinions, okay? Don't worry about my feelings.
I have no feelings.
I have feelings, but you know, when I can put on my hard hat, you know. You know, what's your name, bro?
Juanito, sir.
Juanito?
Yes, sir.
Good job.
Horrible, man. I was like, holy shit, man.
I laughed. I thought it was funny.
Can't catch me.
I thought it was funny, and I got pretty good taste when it comes to
Thank
most
you.
things.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So look, this is my first unfinished work, and it might be the shortest. But like I started it off, and this feels like a beginning, you know what I'm saying, to something. Maybe if I rearrange some things. But I had some couple solid lines in here that made me not, made me say this. So here it is. I'm gonna try it on y'all. Let's see. How does this go?
Already after me, man. Shit. This guy. Sorry, my bad.
Okay. Okay, I'm working this out. Hold on, give me a chance now because I can barely read this, and then I got arrows. I got arrows and I got order. But I'm just gonna read it from the top, and I'm not gonna worry about the arrows.
Just
at all.
do it. You're doing great.
Well,
You man.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. This is actually part of the act. This is part of my intro, so don't worry about encouraging me. I'm not shy. All right.
It's because the dreadlocks are on too tight, man. I've had dreadlocks.
That's not a drill. I look great.
Nah, you've never had dreadlocks.
These are corn rolls.
They're cornrows, man.
Crisscross.
Okay, here we go.
Shut up.
All right. Shut up, you.
Hold on. This is gonna be pretty good. It might shock some of you.
That is good?
Yeah.
Take the curl out of my pubes.
Days pass in my reflection. See, days pass in my reflection. A suggestion to all. Don't ask liars many questions. The truth tells all. Youth not used to logic, foolish in their fall. The illusion of magic forming a wall. Phantasmically tragic, wonder lost in awe. Disney princesses play with voodoo dolls. The indecent priestess, invasion of every precinct, perversion of every precept, pervasive and quite in-depth, serpentine dream queen seducing the charge usury, supreme confidence in her floozery, lustfully abusive, her every kiss is bruising me. Me, this moment is intrusive if you'll excuse me. Quitting the insidious liquidous games, there's runaways from here to Dakota fanning the flames. Dakota fanning. That was the line, I was like, yeah! See, yeah, you got it. That's right. So, okay, I got something for everybody.
The only Filipino in the crowd. Okay.
Name. What's your name? It sounds Hispanic. That's
Juanito. It's Juanito.
Juanito?
Yeah.
Is it spelled with a J?
It's like little one.
Yeah. I thought it was only the whites that could have spelled Juanito. They spelled Juanito. J-U-A-N-I-G-O. It's
Okay, well, see, out of all the poems I ever wrote, a lot of them were about Flint, but few of them ever actually mentioned Flint. So this is a poem about Flint that mentions Flint.
Oh, that's
Okay.
Yeah, because it helps people understand that it's about Flint more, right? So,
hand them the manual.
It goes like this. Ignite Flint, town brownfield, lungs filled, smoke builds, sparking memories of them killed, numbers on the gun drilled, fisher bodies in the river still. A single cart makes a couple meals, fires flaming after firings, fried feelings have a couple wings. City council needs counseling, wasted funding notwithstanding. Pot-bellied piñatas puff with beer conies and onion rings. Soiled hands clutching dirty notes, cold-blooded in a winter coat. While things seem a little worse each vote, keeping journals of the murders wrote. Crime per capita Wait, hold on. Okay, crime per capita makes this the crime capital. Make escape downtown for a 3-block sabbatical. Change in the art scene may be seen as tactical. Many fear change and See, new ideas is radical, and it made Grandpa's nostrils flare watching $1,000 suits collect corporate welfare. And Dad found it funny how the man is always the man who wasn't there. And I heard I got plenty enemies there, I just don't remember where. Okay, I got something.
I like it a lot.
Just some of my unfinished pieces.
Finish him.
Okay, now, you think they should be finished? You think I got something worked? I got something?
The last one's like a ball of clay almost molded into something. You know what I'm saying? It's nice.
Did anybody concur with that?
Yeah, it's cool, it rocks.
You concur?
Yes.
All right.
You just add the Dakota fanning line to that, it'd be good.
Then should I just combine them both?
Flame, bam.
Because
We'll talk.
Okay. All right, so you groom terror. I chuckle as I pick out my wig. Did I scare you? Hit another fork in the road, I'm straight and narrow. Sorry if I seem homophobe, fly as a sparrow, about to escape winter's cold, but just barely. Educated fools run amok, so just spare me. So many people down on their luck, I need a charity. Life is worth more than a buck, you need clarity. Your hardened heart will turn and attack without warning. Live wise and as harmless as doves to see the morning. A life full of hatred and war to me is boring. I need the excitement of peace to keep me going. Did I say sparrow? I'm more like a Boeing. 747 crash landing on still waters. I'm no hero, just another passenger who escaped slaughter. You can find me cool in my jets, devoid of doubters. My company is full of respect, and this is counter-intelligence, but way more relevant. If you put me in the 60s, I would have saved the president. Somewhat like hesitant.
Yeah, you put bebop
My
thing
resident.
there.
I like the flow. Okay, let me see what else I got there. see what else. Oh yeah, I was writing. See now this, I like to write poetry, and I like to write stories, though I've never written a story before. So I thought this time I'm gonna take the chance and I'm gonna write a story, but I'm gonna write a poetry so it's more comfortable for me to write. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not writing a story. It's in poetic form. Therefore, I'm comfortable in the writing. I can get into a groove with it.
Bedtime
What about your life for you?
Huh?
It's like a story tree, yeah.
Yeah, story tree. I like that story tree. I'm stealing that.
Hey, you can have it, brother. Go ahead.
Thank you. All right. So here's how it goes.
Share the wealth.
There once was a water troll, lived in the water, grinning smugly, reminiscing over cattle he would slaughter. Forest creatures grew more weary when they ventured near the lake. For when the trolls seen one drinking, that's a life he'd quickly take. Often lurking in the darkness like a demon most foul. A tall tale to the humans, watched closely by the owl. Outrun by the horses, he would dig in mud for frogs and snack on salamanders somewhere out by the bog. And when he got his fill, he would howl most wicked. His kind was the main reason that there are no wild chickens. There was one dreary night, the troll was chomping on a bone. All around was total quiet and he found himself alone. Not a single woodland creature. He had a feeling most strange. This new experience clearly threw him in a rage. To and fro across the woods, even slashing at the trees. By himself he wailed in anger as he fell to his knees. Always living in the moment. Never thought about tomorrow. He never knew his lust for blood would ever bring about his sorrow. Sitting by the river gazing up into the air, and realized his constant murder only masked his despair. Then upon a near branch there was perched a raven. The troll's spirits lifted for the companion he was craving. When he lightly whistled and it got the crow's attention, who took a closer look as to gauge the troll's intentions. That's all I got. I feel I need more content about the troll's
his
like
water
aggression and maybe his watery home.
For sure, man.
So I'm gonna work on that.
A children's series of
Okay, so
illustrated books.
Are you guys always like this? I don't mean to interrupt. Fucked up. I was thinking every motherfucker here is high, except me, you know. But no, I mean seriously, like, is this how it is? It's a cool place. This is like I'm in no water. I'm from a
And
small town.
we only have coffee here too, so.
Oh really?
Yeah, you see us more drunk.
I'm not trying to promote anything, you know. I'm just saying. I'm just curious. Well, check.
man, we're all messed up.
Huh? What's up? I ain't saying anything. Okay. But check this out, y'all.
Got the dough, here you go.
Check this out, because now this is like old, but I've never finished it. And like, and it's like, yeah, because these are all my unfinished works. But, you know, I kind of liked it, and I like it up to the point where I got it, but I still don't know where to go with it next. And I get to the same point every time, and it's like just a brick wall, a dead end. It's like
Add a water troll.
I've already.
Michael McDonald.
Well, I need y'all to hear it first before I get some type of opinions, and then I feel like you're not taking this seriously. All right. Stop it. You're a slave idolizing banner of false prophets. I lock shit, redirect game, usurp the profits and top it. Maniacal game maintains the pop hits. Expand your band, I bring peripheral stereo. Empty your cabinet, grab your net, untangle, topple your curio. Curiosity increases veracity of virtuosos. Animosity increases atrocities and trap your hero. My skin's metal, unstoppable, walking furioso. Increase the peace. My head's been anointed in hair grease. Deep in the streets I receive my atonement and increase. Beware the beast who prepares the table for soul feast, where nightmares don't cease and cops who are murderers suffer least. Solemnly, my rhyme is a golem with dusty hands and oddities. I'm an anomaly, anonymous in the land of nobodies. Bodily sustained in youth thanks to welfare commodities. A shared camaraderie forged in a dead-end economy. Put the thug up in my bones, but it's not in harmony. A street samurai on the path of the king I was born to be. Let us focus through the rigmarole and hocus pocus. The hand is quicker than the eye, but the mind is quicker than the whips that broke us. Why then smoke dust or reciprocate bonds for a life that's hopeless? This is my opus, street poetry. My flow is for the brokest.
You sound like Wu-Tang Clan, man.
And you'll figure it out.
Huh?
You sit alone in a four-corner room and you'll figure it out.
Sit alone in a four-corner room staring at candles. At night I can't sleep. I toss and turn, visions of, in the dark, visions of bodies being burned. Okay, here we go. That was a little Scarface for those of you that ghetto music. Okay. Okay, well this is something that I kind of had finished, but I lost the finished version, so this is like the second draft. So it's like,
I'm starting to notice a pattern here.
so this is like my second draft, and maybe I can remember how it went from reading the second draft. Okay? Hey man, you're supposed to leave a little space for other people, bro.
Overlap.
Okay.
Layers.
So here it goes. Wait.
You're freaking him out.
Okay. I am he. Oh, wait. I am me, who am I, and demons could not get with me. Opposite of serpents, cause I never bite or spit venom. Though my words will hit them, pierce the shell and sink in them, killing flip-flop opinions, swinging back and forth like pendulums. I christen them. Those that hunger come and get a brisk in them. Anthems and hymns, top the stems, blooming like chrysanthemums, glistening gems. Adore my mental pillars like Byzantium. Translucent hands carry lanterns glowing with no wick in them. Haters, yes, I've stricken them. Verses stick a pill in them. Medicine spread through the system. Health infusion to the willing. Give it light, now this is thrilling. In the kingdom never ending. Wait, hold on. You know this one. That's all. But you know, it's actually pretty good if you hear the finished one. It's a little different. It has more to it.
Yeah.
So,
did anybody else want to go up there? No, I'm not trying to be mean.
You at the house?
Hey.
No, I was going to say that if anyone has anything else to share.
I'm almost done anyways, man.
All right, Terry.
I want to see my first.
I only got like 2 more left.
Beatnik fight.
And now this one, this one is one of the shorter ones too. But you know, it's a little slower, so it takes longer to say. Okay. And so this is the second half of this actually. So it's even shorter because it's the second half part. So check this out. Because I wanted something hardcore. Like I'm from the streets. I grew up in the streets. North side, south side, Atherton Terrace. You know what I'm saying? You know, White Street. You know, Dayton and DuPont. You know what I'm saying? You know, Home Street.
Shit, back in the
Home, yup. Grew up on Home. I grew up on the east side of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in Mount Morris. No, see, we moved around a lot though, but that, you know, so I was always getting picked on because I was always the new guy, so, you know, I had to fight a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was like fighting every day, like as a 5-year-old. Hustling and scrapping. It was like Fight Club, but older kids used to make us fight until one of us drew blood.
Sure.
Okay, but anyways, that was just fun times. So that caused me to write this rap. Show y'all how hard I am. See, I'm going gangster right here. Check it out. On my grind, I hustle. Words, adjectives with nouns and verbs. Commentary is what I serve. Socially, I struck a nerve. Got sentences sent behind bars. But I'm free, I see the stars. With the chisel, I hit the block. Chip away at the lines I rock. Smoke they rise and watch them fly. When it hits your brain and it gets you high. Like courage juice, so just pass that drink. Yet opposite, cause it helps you think. My composite is seen in sketch. Roll with my dog and he plays fetch. Grab my briefcase full of green as charity done behind the scene. I'm getting over the mountainside. Spot the 5-0, I do not hide. Don't call me Rambo. I pack no guns, no, I'm no monster. I see the sun. A-piece mobster, yes, I'm a dime. Ready to live, I see far beyond. And above what you crooks beyond. So make your plots, I'm already gone. I don't rock no camo, no I don't blend. The new Sambo rocks ice and Timbs. Strap your boots on and don't beat them. The truth always comes out in the...
Come on, man.
Quickly, super quickly. I'll start in the middle. Days pass and my reflections.
Hey, give me that back, man. I need that, man. If I lose that, man, I lose the whole thing, man.
The boom times are gone and so is prosperity. The only boom that makes money now involves liquor store robbery and business is good. Behind weed, greed, and exploitation is the backbone of our economy. Heavens forbid someone forgive the need to survive and no one provides hope or a living salary. Unions establish a false sense of security, but the ease of certain things like summoning cash by smiling, smug, sawed-off bangs reminds us that the devil works in mysterious ways when coping with desperation or hunger pains, or of seeking alternatives to the martyrdom of minimum wage. Even with paradise underfoot, inner demons cause generational pain. Maybe instead of being the destitute descendants' opportunities haze, perhaps horny, scheme-ass demons is a more fitting phrase. Isn't that what the headlines read? Action news, spicing up the verbiage, planting seeds. And in TV times like these, everybody needs a sacrificial savior to disrupt the feed, or a monk making a stand in gasoline from the field needs to take the lead. That's not me. Fiends seeking their funeral by fire truck should crack a beer and look as Arson City cashes in on bad luck and low self-esteem.
Rewind.
Fiends seeking another funeral by fire truck should crack a beer and look as Arson City cashes in on bad luck and low self-esteem. Slashed wrists spewing flames, delayed results of fools falling for a hangman's dream while leaders drive away in four-wheel ironies trailed by folded factories. Stay here long enough and there's a real chance of getting stuck, stoned, and broke in a pothole rut. A loony wolf tricked and twiddling thumbs while the trapper comes instead of gnawing off its own foot. For a second, imagine starting over as the same kitty cherubs, still choosing to chisel wild horns and woolen halos. But this time, let it be lightning. This time, as a trusty corporate angel, rob the system and earn yourself a bailout because, while everyone agrees that you should agree to everything when referred to a pair of split-kissed pistol lips mouthing seriousness for some dumb gunmetal ventriloquist, the truth is obvious to any idiot that the security camera's paparazzi enough to know you won't get away with it. Funny how many registers are already stripped down to their nickels and cents before the bad guys arrive to cash out the Coinstar contents. Corporate crooks still collecting decades worth of ruinous rents. Nothing left to steal in Flint except the fillings from our teeth, so thank God mine are made from PVC. Half the population lives up to polluted expectations and never leaves this shallow sea. Born tadpoles in chlorine fountains, surviving with deformities, waiting to steal kisses from a non-existent princess while choking on modernity. I'm trying to remember the ending here. Possessed with angry notions, the young trade salvation for a 23, destined to repeat the cycle until hellbound, shot down, and murderous, rich and free. End of the day, we sacrifice ourselves, even though there's nothing left but vast foundation slabs like wailing walls where the temple used to be. True believers conditioned to die or live trying. Nothing to do but keep moving and laugh about this tragedy. I'm going to be hosting Voices May 5th. That's 2 Saturdays from now. It's free. It's Creative Alliance. It's 7 hours. It's a gallery show. It's an open mic. It's going to be me and Ethereal was up here earlier, the guy with the little dreads. It's all about collaboration. It's exactly what Collab Nite is about. It's our 8th annual Voices. So I want to see everybody out here. I want everybody on the spoken word open mic. I want everybody to just come out and check out the art because this is what it's about. It's about creating community. It's about continuing each other for free if we can, and we will. If you don't have one of these, check it out, Voices. It's got the rest of the Collab Nites for the year on it, on the back. Thank you. Plenty of stuff. Thank you, guys. All right.
All right. Does anyone have anything else they would like to share? Any announcements or anything like that? Matt? Yeah, you want to do a couple more? Yeah, come on.